always notice that they always refer to everything that you have, but it has to be unlocked. Like open the door to your potential, or unlock your powers, or use the key to freedom. Everything always infers that things are being kept from you. Well, you have to understand you have everything already because you're a soul, you're complete. What you really need to do to simplify your life, and just really listen to this for a second. This video isn't going to run too long. Allow the mind to be the power supply that animates the suit, the body. See it as nothing more, but don't see it as anything less, because it's a very complex element of the cosmos. I'm not saying it should ever be looked at as an underrated or a low life or low level type of element. Absolutely not. It's capable of amazing things as far as the physical is concerned. But if you just keep it to the point where you're just allowing it to animate the body, power up the suit, and then you are going to take control of where that suit goes. Just like when you get into a car, consider the mind the engine. Now, the engine is going to go wherever you drive that car, but it isn't like you're sitting in an autonomous vehicle where the car is going to go where it's programmed. That's a different ballgame. See, that's where the inherent dilemma of humanity lies. They're essentially letting the car take them where the car wants them to go. And how many autonomous vehicles have had some serious accidents? They can't discern between a leaf moving in front of the car and a person. How many have had crashes and fatalities? You could never get me into anything autonomous. Even the stuff that, we control ourselves, as far as the cars and trucks, they have issues with them that break down and cause fatalities. So to put your faith in a machine, that's crazy. Human beings are imperfect. Something imperfect cannot create something perfect. Not only is that a statistical or a theoretical, but it is an actual logical impossibility that something imperfect cannot create something perfect. Okay, that being said, allow the mind to be the power supply for the suit. Consider this your virtual reality costume, and the mind is what powers that up. Nothing more, nothing less. And you are the one that does the thinking with your cosmic mind that you call your imagination. And you take that energy where you want it to go. And the suit is what's connected to this virtual reality arena, this three-dimensional platform that allows you to experience these things so you can learn and grow and then move on from here to go to another Earth or wherever else you're going to go. So there it is. Instead of going, my mind is a connection to the universe and I do all my thinking, and it's, all of these things that it's credited with, but it has nothing to do with anything. It's just how they make you believe things to be, and it's how they get you to empower that belief that actually unconsciously limits you and impede you from having access to the divine within you. As I've always said, align with the divine within, meaning stay connected to your higher self. To journey within means to cross over to the other side, meaning the only way that you get to the fourth dimension is through the higher self. Your higher self is that aspect of your soul that consciously chose to not incarnate in physical form, thusly not being subjected to the human condition. And it won't be subject to any of the inherent dilemmas and foibles and failures and contradictory nature of the human experience. That's the reason why it's called your higher self, because it has a higher point of view. It vibrates higher than the physical. It is also that element that's sending you energy through an umbilical cord, like a tether, that's allowing you to do what you're doing here, just like a video game. So consider your higher self that kid with the controller in his hand. And the cord, or the cordless, is that energy stream that's allowing that console to be manipulated through those messages and signals that is controlling it, and it's showing you what's going on the screen. The screen should be construed as what you see here. Everything is pixelated. It's holograms, polygons. It's not real. It's simulated. There's no video game that's real. If that screen that you view your video game didn't exist, where would the video game be? Imagine using a platform or a console or whatever without a screen to view it. Where would it be? It wouldn't exist. How do you play a video game without a monitor? You can't. You need the monitor. So you need this as an audio visual display. The controller and the tether, your higher self has got that in controlling it. That tether is what tethers the control to the console. The console is you, the suit, in the suit. And your higher self is that portion of you that decided to stay back and, just in case you don't get contaminated with anything, I've got it from here because I can always shut the game down. You see, because the soul is ubiquitous. It is omnipotent. It is omnipresent. It is omniscient, meaning the soul can be anywhere at the same time. That's why you have past lives, present lives, future lives, and parallel lives that you're living simultaneously in alternate dimensions. It's amazingly incredible, but it is the truth. There's no limit to your energy. You just haven't been trained to recognize this truth. That's why you are unaware of it. So my video is hopefully getting you to realize that and be aware of it. So see it as a gigantic video game. The brain powers the suit because you're in that pixelated holographic, simulator. And when you play the video game becomes an extension of your energy, which is yourself in the suit. You are the player of the game. You're actually in that world that's illusionary, and you are actually looking at yourself on the screen, and you're being controlled, hopefully by your soul, not the mind, because if it's the other way around, that's when you're going to have a lot of issues, and that's what you want to prevent. Absolutely.